Whoop whoop! Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another Getting to Know the Artist. I am Wiggles, and this man next to me is Zach Tier. Am I saying that correctly? Is it
You
Tier
are.
or Tier?
No, it is Zach Tier. You got it correct the first time, man.
Hell yes. Welcome, man. Real quick, I just want to shout out those of you that came in ahead of time. I don't know if you're still in here. We had Justin No hop
Yep.
in. King Wicked, whoop whoop. What up, homie? TZ, whoop whoop. What is up? Welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for joining me tonight, man. I know originally you had plans or something on a different night, and we had to pick a. You worked with me with my schedule, but instead of me working with you, so I appreciate that because we were
Hey,
gonna
no
try the
problem, man.
night before or the night
Whoa.
after or something like that. Uh, so yeah, but without further ado, we're just gonna jump right in with the first question and get the ball rolling. Look, there he is. There's the homie right there. Whoop whoop! I'm
Hey,
driving home, so I won't chat much, but I'm in this bitch. I fucking love you, Shay, so much.
much
Uh,
love.
but yeah, let's just get it started. I'm gonna start with the first question, and we'll just take off from there. Everybody that's in here right now, if you have questions for this man outside of what's in my questionnaire, put them in the chat. Though once I get through the first page, I like to refer to y'all to see if y'all have any questions that I can ask him, and then I continue with my list of questions. If y'all give me enough questions, we ain't even got to ask my questions. You know what I'm saying? But they got to be good. They got to be right. So keep that in mind. At any rate, what's your name, man? Where was you born and raised, and where do you currently live now?
My name is Zach Whalen. I'm from Centralia, Illinois, and that is where I still reside.
All right, you just no didn't move around any, or no need or want to move around, or you just
I
like
moved,
home, like the area, or
man, this area is so small. There's like a bunch of small, like really, most of them are villages. I'm not even gonna lie. Like they say village of. So like it's just a bunch of small villages and towns all like packed together with like maybe a few miles in between. So I've gone to like Woodlawn, Illinois, and then Odin, Illinois, but they're literally all within a 30-mile radius of each other.
now ain't Centralia by Vandalia?
Yeah, it's about an hour out.
Oh, okay. I'm originally from Illinois myself as well. I was born in Wood River, Illinois, down by Alton, St. Louis area or whatever. So I'm kind of familiar.
That's
I,
only an
I
hour.
haven't, yeah, I haven't been in Centralia a whole lot, but kind of have a general idea of where it is. Um, okay. Cool. Next question is, what inspired you to start making music? So, what was that switch that made you say, I think I want to try doing this or whatever?
Uh, I was super young whenever I like first fell in love with music, and it was all a moment that probably shouldn't have happened. My aunt, who is it? I'm gonna be honest. My aunt's the only reason I even knew about Juggalo music to begin with. ICP, Twisted, all of that shit. Um, she let me watch 8 Mile when I was like super young because I'm only 28. So when 8 Mile came out, I was actually still pretty little. Um, and from that moment on, like I would just try to come up with stuff. And when I hit junior high, I finally got introduced to Lil Wayne. And I'm not gonna lie, at the time it was Carter 3, which
Yeah.
best Wayne album of all fucking time. And it relit that fire that I once had. It relit. Whoop whoop, how's it going? I know I'm not a juggalo, but I try to do that to the homies out of respect.
Oh, yeah, no, that's appreciation.
For sure, for sure. And it's all love from me because like 80% of my supporters right now claim juggalo or juggalette, and like they
I've
showed
seen
the
you put
most.
that post on Facebook or something about that very thing or whatever, and I like how you just everything you said about it. You respectfully, said more or less you've listened to some of the music, but you don't claim it, and you're not trying to claim it also on the front to like I don't know try to take from it or whatever. If pretty
Right,
much
right.
I think you said like if us juggalos like you, just generally speaking, you're cool with it. If we throw a whoop, you throw a whoop or whatever, but you don't go out of your way in the wrong way to like, look fake, look vulture-ish or
Yeah,
whatever, you know what I'm saying?
I haven't given enough to that community myself to necessarily have the right to claim that. And I feel like when you start using hashtag Juggalo and hashtag ICP or whatever, see, I don't even know the hashtags that are used, but like I know that there's specific ones, and every single person that I've ran into has just showed absolute endless love, and like they don't talk bad about anybody behind their back. They're real as crap about everything, bro. So like I have absolutely no and I try to give a little bit with the whole like rap games, Billy Loomis, like horrorcore side.
Yeah, yeah. So that's I like I said, I have some questions that I kind of negated from because you're not technically Juggalo. But since we're kind of like on this subject, then I haven't listened to your whole plethora, or however you say that word, like your whole I don't know discography. I've listened to some of your songs, but not all of them. Is my point.
Cattle.
Do you have anything that is like horrorcore ish based or that you feel so I am a juggalo and I'll fucking say it, that's me, that's through and through. I wanted to like start to like your music, you know what I'm saying, or check you out. What of your songs would you then suggest that maybe would be more in the darker realm or something like that?
So I have a series. It's called the Playhouse series. So far, I've got Playhouse featuring Stax, and I've got Welcome to the Playhouse featuring Brandon Swanger. So like Playhouse came first with Stax, and then Welcome to the Playhouse. I kind of wanted it to be like a movie situation where I released the prequel to something that was already out. I know that's kind of weird to think about with music, but I like doing weird things. And Brandon Swanger is somebody that will tell everybody that I am a Juggalo rapper. I just don't know it yet. Um,
Hmm.
and I'm too humble to end up being, accidentally a culture vulture, because I definitely don't want to do that. Like that's what I'm trying to avoid. Like I
No, yeah.
Dude, I remember when I first discovered ICP with when hanging out with my aunt and her boyfriend, who she's still married to this day. Like me and my aunt were really close in age. We were only like 8, 9, 10 years apart, something like that. So she was more like a big sister to me than an aunt growing up, because my mom lived with my grandma, which is my aunt's mom. It was a bunch of family living together. We grew up in a trailer park. Um, but dude, I remember like 3 days in a row having "What Is a Juggalo" on repeat, just fucking boom, 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 boom.
That's that shit. That's a good song.
I don't. It
Yeah,
just
I'm
it
just.
stimulated my brain.
That's exactly what I said. You just don't know it yet.
that's what a lot of
Yeah,
that's what a lot of people say, and like it's definitely making me comfortable, but I don't feel like I have a right to that yet. So
yeah. I mean,
when the moment
obviously, you saying you're older. You're not okay. So you're not older, but you're not young. Like most of us. Listen, you're not. You don't just wake up and this dude in my last interview said it best, something like this. You don't just wake up and say, I think I'm gonna try being a juggalo. Now, some people do, and it turns out very, very bad for them because that's that fake shit. You know what I'm saying? Typically, you discover it about yourself. You were already a jug. You had the lifestyle, almost a genetics. Like you were born a juggalo. You just didn't know it until your time of discovery of, maybe I do fit into this or whatever. But my point is, you just said it. You're 28 and you're honest. You listen. You've heard some of the music, but you
Sure.
haven't had that connection yet. Like most of us, we discovered that at like 12 and 13 and 9 and a younger age. So there's a little difference, but that's my point. Like as long as you're respectful about how you go about it, and obviously if enough jugs are saying you're a jug, then you're probably a jug, dude. But I applaud you for being humble and not just oh, okay, yeah, I'm a jug. Whoop whoop, what up? Nah, because people will see you're fake and call bullshit real quick.
And you know what?
But
Like, I didn't want a slip up situation where people like maybe thought, and then it got a lot of talk going around, and then I just had a negative outlook with the community, and now I get no love, and that's absolutely something that I don't want to happen because I I absolutely uh yeah, I mean the I guess the backyard wrestling doesn't help it, does it?
Diaboletti said we're in the same city. We need to hang out more. I'll convert you to Juggaloism. Ah, that's awesome. Yeah, no, that's cool. I just figured I'd ask. We kind of went wow, but that's what's cool about these streams. They can go wherever they want to go as long as it's flowing.
Exactly.
So let
And
let me just
baby, we
hit you.
keep doing this.
Let me just hit you with another question. Okay, so then, who do you look up to in the music industry, underground or mainstream, current, past? Just who do you kind of inspire from?
Um so I don't I don't listen to a whole lot of rap. I've started listening to a lot more here lately. I'm a rock guy. Um I really love the rush of metal. I like screaming. I can do, those harsh vocals myself, unclean. Um, Mike Shinoda, Chester Bennington, um, Ronnie Radke,
You're
Eminem.
definitely throwing names I'm not familiar with, but that's okay. Maybe I just need to check them out.
Ronnie Radke is Falling in Reverse. He's the lead
Okay.
vocalist of Falling in Reverse. I'm trying to think of who all I said because I had a couple of people in mind that I didn't say yet, and I'm kind of getting it all jumbled.
No, no, you're all right. Bizarre, whoop whoop. What up, homie? Dudes, those are all huge names. Hey, Swill, I don't know freaking individuals in rock bands. When he said followed in reverse, I kind of know that by name, but I don't know everybody. No, that's
Mike
cool though. I like.
Chester, Lincoln Park,
Okay, there we go.
Asking Alexandria, Andre 3000. I think he deserves the most credit in hip hop ever. I think
Okay,
he's
I've heard that name. You've been
Andre.
under rock wigs. I have. Like I said, I'm sure you've heard it by now. You've been on enough of my streams. I sheltered my own music or gatekeeped my own music for a lot of years. Like if the clowns didn't put them in front of me or it wasn't on the radio, I wasn't listening. Generally speaking, there's some exceptions to that. Uh, okay. Next question. Any current projects or tours or shows or anything in the works? What's next? What's going on with you right now?
Um, so next Friday, we're doing a helping the homeless benefit in Centralia, Illinois. It'll be at the Rumors Bar. Um,
Okay,
I've got details. All you got to do is hit me up, and we will definitely get those to you.
most
Um,
definitely.
Now, me and the co-founder of Reality Check Music, we started our own group because he's like pop rock, and I'm hip hop and all this and that, which he can do metal. He loves metal too, so that gets a little bit of a touch. We formed a group called Ground Zero. Because we were the start of Reality Check Music, so it just made sense that we were the impact. Ground Zero. Um, but Reality Check is growing too, which is great. It's awesome. We'll talk about that here in a minute. I do want to let everybody know that Chapter 3 is coming. I have literally every song mapped out for it. I'm not going to get to recording that until my first project with Ground Zero is finished, complete, and ready to go. I mean, I'll slowly start piecing some stems together, but it's not my main focus. Ground Zero also got booked for the Smoke in the Hills hip hop shop in the hills in Ohio. Um,
Okay.
we'll be doing. It'll be after our first single is released, so this is happening in April. We plan to drop our first single in early to mid February, hopefully.
Do you have an idea of where we're at in Ohio, like Columbus or something, or is it just a
Southeast. It's
small podunk town somewhere? Because I'm right by Ohio, man. I might be able to see you live or whatever the heck that is.
let me. I have the computer right in front of me. Actually, pretty dope that I get to.
Yeah, I need one of those. Poor
I have,
shit, scrubbing. Are you gonna be mad when I meet Lardy? Bizarre, yeah, I'm gonna be fucking mad when you meet Lardy, you bastard. Are you at Juggalo weekend? Cody Carnage! Whoop whoop!
am I gonna
Chase.
be?
No,
No.
uh, Bizarre, he said, are you gonna be mad when I'm, well, I don't know, he could be asking you that, but I feel like he's asking me if I'm gonna be mad when he meets Lardy B at Juggalo weekend. That's that sexy, thickness, boy.
So I'm looking this up real quick.
Oh yeah, Bizarre, well, I got a signed beanie buyer.
It's in Gloucester, Ohio.
Yeah, you'll have to send that to me because I sure as fuck can't. What, Gloucester? Gloucester? What?
Gloucester, Ohio. Glouster.
Shay,
Gloucester.
look it up. How far is it, homie? Ninja
It's
with a pencil.
it's 6 hours and 46 minutes away from me.
Right, but I'm like 3 hours, maybe even four from you, so it's probably only like an hour, maybe two from me. However, Shay's goofy ass will drive all that extra way and then pick me up to go the other hour. You're like, yeah, because that's what my fucking homies do.
Facts, facts. I know we're staying Friday night and we're gonna do some hanging out and kicking it for part of Saturday, but then we're gonna have to unfortunately head out because of the long ass drive home.
Right, right.
So
So
we'll be Friday.
you're doing a charity event thing. You're gonna be singing there then, you're saying?
Yes, yes. There's a lot of performances going on there. There's some comedy and music.
All right, y'all. If you're in Centralia, Illinois, or in the area of, go check that out. Go support it. That'd be really cool. If I was in Illinois, I'd go check it out. And well, I'll say this probably a few times throughout the stream. We're gonna get all of his links, everything and anything that he wants to share. If he has a link tree with everything on it, if he wants to give me 15 individual links, all of that stuff will be put in the top of the description of this video when it's done so that you guys can find all of his stuff, connect with him on all of his socials and all of that kind of stuff. So keep that in
Something
mind,
close.
y'all. Southeast of Columbus, about an hour, Swill said. Okay, yeah, that's probably right there for me then. I just never heard of it. Gloucester.
Yeah,
Rumors,
it's
cool bar too. Can't wait.
it's Smoke Rise Ranch is the location.
Interesting.
Yeah, so like you bring a tent, you camp out, I'm assuming, and it's kind of like staying at the gathering pretty much.
Yeah. Huh. Except probably not as much fun stuff and
No, it's
stuff.
just a bunch of weed.
Oh, man. But is there a bunch of boobies?
I don't know.
At any rate, moving on. Zach, what is your favorite song that you have made so far?
Oh,
If it's hard to pick one, then give us a couple, but songs that really mean something to you, or for whatever reason you really would say, yeah, that one takes, it's on that top list.
so I'm gonna start with a soft one, and it's more of a rock song. It would be like soft rock mixed with hip hop. Um, we're gonna go with the song that explains the rough relationship with my father, Broken Cycles.
Okay, fair enough. I can imagine. I don't know if I wrote a song about my dad, it probably wouldn't be my favorite, but it'd be a passionate one. And that's pretty much it. Fuck you. But no, yeah, this dope. Um, all right. Uh, next question. Realistically, where do you see yourself or hope to see yourself in 5 years? What's your 5 year plan? Do you want to be signed? Do you want to be on a label? Do you want to have your own label? Do you just want to be steady, making music at that point? Like, give us
You're giving
the
you're giving me 5 whole years.
yeah, what's the 5 year plan? Every artist should have a 5 year plan, and once they hit that 5 year plan, they should be thinking already have thought about their next 5 year plan. So, what's your 5 year plan from today?
All in all, like 2024 was all about catching up from the time that I spent off. We talked beforehand, and I told you in 2024 I touched 40 plus tracks. I played catch up for years that I was off, and I don't think I released a single bad song. I'm not like, and that's not me trying to sound cocky. I feel like I had good responses about every single song that I put out. If we're talking about my plan of where I want things to be in the next 5 years, is I would absolutely love for reality check music, and I'm gonna fight to make this come true. I would love for reality check music to be as big as Strange was just 5 years ago.
Oh, wait. So then, do you have an actual LLC then with Reality Check, or
We are still currently building a management team. I'm really trying to get one last guy that I really, really, really want on to sit in the sixth chair for a management team.
right?
Because I'm trying to do things weirdly. I'm trying to do things extremely different. So I don't want to take I don't want to take any money from anybody. That's the main point. Is I want my music to bring in enough money that it can help everybody else out. Um, and not just my music, but my services, because I engineer, I produce, um, I record for people, I do voiceovers for cartoons, and all kinds of shit like that.
So, do
Um,
you mix, master, and everything your own music?
yes, I'm just now starting to dabble in production. I did produce the instrumental for Smoke Something 3. and that was with Holden off of our EP Dose of Reality, which was kind of a look into what Ground Zero is going to be bringing to the table. Um,
Okay.
but my business partner Holden, he does a lot of producing for me. So he produced Let Me Cook, he produced God Tier, he produced Broken Cycles, Pulled Up, um, all of his own music. He besides one song
Is
has he.
Holden that guy on TikTok, that long hair? I don't know. You had a guest up on your stream kind of recently, and he has like long. I don't know if it's blonde or red, gingerish looking or whatever. And he had like a rock song that he done or something, and it kind of had like Alice in Chains vibes. I even
Yeah,
said that in the comments.
that's him.
Okay. I need to holler at him. I do. I like his vibe a little bit or whatever. That's pretty dope.
Yeah, hey, he's a really good guy, really humble. He's so fucking talented, man. Like he can play guitar, drums, piano. I'm over here like I can make it sound pretty.
Right. I can tie this bow on it.
Right?
No, that's awesome. So then you so you have a studio at your house. I'm guessing like everybody involved has their own individual studio, or like do you guys all go to each one, like your house, or like
So actually, this is where I get to drop some really cool news for you. Um, everybody does have their own studio. In technicality, yes, everybody does have their own studio. Um, me and Holden live in the same town, so we have two studios here. Uh, Lil Nate is a part of Reality Check Music. He has his own studio. He's out of Missouri. Brandon Swanger is part of Reality Check Music. He has his studio in Alabama. Stax, he's out in Arkansas, and we just let Shae know that we're definitely interested, and so he has recently joined the Reality Check Music family.
so you got quite a little bit of a team going on. Not too many artists have I had come up here. Like, I mean, they might be on a label with like maybe a few people or their created label, but it sounds like you have quite the little team going on of people or whatever. No, that's really cool, and I admire that you said you would like your music to eventually be able to provide for your artist. I think that's a bit modest. I think you deserve entitlement or compensation for what you do to a point, but I can respect what you mean by it or whatever. And I think if like everybody on your team has that mindset, then everybody could grow and just do fine. So that's really neat.
Yeah, we're all
Uh,
putting a little bit into the pot, and we don't even want to just give away to reality check artists, and that's why we're doing those. We got the first one scheduled for January 25th, the reality check reviews, where two people are gonna walk away with a cash prize, a beat, and engineering for free by me.
I seen that. Is that little flyer thing that I shared? I just seen it random and I shared it in my group on Facebook. I'm like, well, there's a lot of artists in here. Maybe they'll get in or get involved and whatnot. So that's kind of neat. You don't see too many people doing stuff like that. So that's cool.
Eventually, for the underdog of the night, we're talking about for not this one obviously, but maybe later this year, doing one of the contests where the underdog of the night wins a whole studio setup.
Okay. Um, this next question, it's a little different. If not music, what do you think you would be doing, man? Do you have another hobby or something you're passionate about? Or do you think ultimately you would have still somehow ended up doing music or just working a 9 to 5?
So with everything that I do with music, like music isn't my only full-time job. Um, I'm a OJT trainer at a developmentally disabled facility. I'm also a certified CPR instructor through the American Heart Association. So I'm certified to hold classes to teach people CPR.
That's what's up.
Um, I don't think I could ever leave healthcare. So like if the music takes off to the point that, I can't keep up with both of them anymore, I'll go PRN. That way, like if things get slow, like especially in the wintertime when I'm always sick as fuck, like right now I'm sicker than shit.
Right.
um it'll definitely allow for breathing room, um and for me to still do my due diligence in life, because even if music is something that I was meant to do, I was also put here to help save lives.
No, that's dope. My mom done exactly what you done. She worked at a mentally handicapped and R word center, and for quite a few years when I was younger, and then worked at a nursing home. And now she's almost 60, and she still does like in home health care or whatever. So not as, I mean, she's still like qualified, but you know what I'm saying, like maybe not as much or whatever. But how
Sell
did
these
you?
things.
Sorry, go ahead.
I also sell these things. Fucking
Pokemon cards.
all trading cards. Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon. This is a shadowless Charmander from base set. Um
Man, I bet I had like I never took care of my Pokemon cards, and then like now I bet I had so many that was probably worth some money that just trashed, man, trashed.
I lost quite a few over the years myself.
Well, that's cool. So you definitely had a different outlet, or you have other outlets. I just like to ask that question as a what if, man. Like, most people I have come up here, this is all they know, this is all they do, or this is all they want to do at this point. This is what they know. So it's nice to be like, well, what if, or whatever. And that's what leads to this question too. What did you want to be as a kid? Was it in healthcare or a singer? Or maybe you wanted to be a firefighter or a paleontologist?
I was one of those little kids with ADHD, so I wanted to be anything and everything.
Not one set thing. Like, oh, I want to be this today. Wait, tomorrow I want to be this. I want to.
That was me.
Yeah, yeah. No, I
Right
feel
there.
that.
That was me.
I was ADHD too, man. I was on Adderall the whole bit. Like, I absolutely understand. Um, so I was gonna like negate from this question, but I'm just gonna kind of reword it for you since you gotta at least be familiar with it. The Gathering of the Juggalos. You've heard of it, right?
Yeah.
All right. Would you play The Gathering of the Juggalos, and or would you or have you ever been to it?
I've never been to it. And I had a long talk with Hersmain. Um, and we both kind of agreed that, it really wasn't the right thing to claim it until we did get to go to the gathering. And he got to go before me because I've just had a messy life since coming back to music. Like my dad fucked me out of a house. I had a situation with another family member and kind of getting screwed out of a car. So like I took quite a few financial hits from
Right.
2023 to the end of 2024. So I didn't have like any extra money. Like everything I did in music was funded by all of the love and support from everyone watching and everyone who supports me that isn't watching right now.
Okay. Well, no, I mean, I've always heard at least two, and that makes sense yet again. Claim it before you go, but listen, I've been a juggalo for 20 years, my friend, and I only just went to the gathering. The gathering happens when it's right for you in your life to go. For some ninjas, it's every year since it's been down. For some of us, that ain't the case. Life happens, man. That's the point of being a jug. You scrubbing, you're dealing with the road of hard knocks, this and that, and I've been on my own since I was 16. My mom dipped, you know what I'm saying? She gave me the chance to run with her with the law with her old man. I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna do that. But then that put me like I have to literally take care of me and I can't be going to concerts and this and that. I listen to the music, I rep the shit, you know what I'm saying? But I couldn't go to a thing. I had to worry about that's an hour I could have been working. I've been homeless 3 times in my life. Like it's no fun being out there in the winter, boy. Let me tell you. So I get it.
I couldn't imagine, man. I really couldn't.
But that's what I mean. It coincides with it. It happens when it's ready for you. So if that's something you're interested, intrigued in, whatever, I feel like it'll happen. And if not, then whatever. I do know that if people recommend you in the whole suggestive email, and do you have a music video?
I've got 3 out right now.
Okay, like Rob likes music videos. If you ain't got a music video, you probably ain't getting on. But if you got a music video and enough people start like putting some height or heat on your name or whatever, and like they literally ask us closer to the gathering to like send in suggestions on who we want to see or whatever, and people can send in to Rob's email with recommending who they want to see at the gathering and shit
You
like
guys
that or
hear that?
whatever.
You guys hear that? Were you listening?
Right. Put in
Hey,
for your boy.
suggest me. Give me a reason to go. Give me a reason to have to show up.
Yeah. I'm telling you, man. It'd be
Force
dope.
the hand.
Right. Let's pull him to the dark side. Uh all right, cool. If you could collaborate with any artist, who would it be, mainstream or underground, that you haven't already collabed with so far? Maybe just give us a few, or maybe there's just one, or I don't know.
So I'm gonna give you my mainstream and then I'm gonna give you my underground. Um my mainstream unfortunately will never get to happen. I've always dreamed of collabing with Mac Miller. Absolutely huge fan of Mac's music. He was just so positive and um, so down to push boundaries and changed hip hop forever. Honestly, and at a mainstream level.
Right,
Um,
right.
and if we're gonna talk about underground, I'm gonna say Chris Webby.
Well, okay. And now underground might be a little. I mean, he's kind of up there, but
If we're
I
gonna
mean,
talk, if we're gonna talk a little bit more underground, I've gotten to be on one of his mega mixes, but I'm not gonna really count that as a feature. Um, because to me, a feature would be on a song of mine.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
right now, that's Cartoon Bonder.
Ooh, yeah.
So you guys want
Cartoon's
to
dope.
hear it on the track? Go to zacktyrr.com and get some merch. That shit ain't cheap.
I can make you big on the gathering page like I did for my homegirl. We know how you be making people big.
Good.
That's my favorite hater right there. That's why their name is Wiggle Sucks.
That's awesome.
Nah.
You gotta love the haters. They're the best free promo ever.
Absolutely, absolutely. Okay. What's your favorite color, man?
Red
Me too. Me too.
designs
Uh,
have all been red here lately. The red eyes and everything else, you know.
dig it. What's your favorite domesticated animal and wild type animal?
If we're gonna say domesticated, I'm gonna say dog. And if we're gonna get specific about it, I really love Great Danes. Um, Wild animal, man, foxes are just so beautiful. Like, I'm
I
not
feel
gonna
it.
lie, that might sound corny, but like they are just so majestic.
No, dude. Dogs for me, specifically pit bulls. And my wild is a white tiger, and that's because they party and they're not really supposed to exist. Like white is not their breed is not that wasn't supposed to be a thing, and then it happened
Yeah,
or some shit. And then they'll lure you in because they're so majestic, and then they're gonna kill you. Okay, they ain't playing around. They're gonna eat your fucking face off, bro. So fuck around and find
he
out.
ate before you ate it, my friend.
They're like, oh, and they're a big cat, so you know they're purring all big and sexy, drawing you in with that big purr and rah, yeah.
Hell yeah.
What is up, chat? Y'all are in here still. Put some questions in the chat. Hit that like button. It is a small gesture from you, but a big favor to me and the YouTube algorithm. It shoots it out. Maybe get some new people in here that don't know neither of us.
Come
I
on,
would
guys,
really
hit that share
appreciate it.
button. Come on.
Yeah. Put some questions in the chat while I ask him this question. And if you guys have any, I'll ask him your questions before moving on to my next questions. But while we're waiting, that hopefully somebody puts a question in there. Being in the underground scene, how do you try to separate yourself from other artists?
Versatility.
As in your ability to do all different types of genres, or maybe in like stage performing, or what do you mean? Elaborate a little bit.
Versatility. I'm always changing up the cadences within every single verse constantly. Nothing's ever really the same. Um, so that's one level of versatility. I'm really great at blending genres, so hip hop and rock, hip hop and country with my Richmond remix. Um, we're working on another kind of countryish sounding song because it kind of fits the area that I'm in a little bit more. So you got the genre, you got the versatility with flows. Um, I can rock a small bar. I can rock a big stage. Um, I got in trouble at one venue back when I was a kid because I decided to try to hang from the rafters. They were definitely not strong enough to hold me. Uh,
I mean, that's different, boy. That's stage presence. Like down. No.
yeah, exactly. I try to be a rock star on stage, man.
Dude, stage presence is everything, and I've always said this, and you can go back and I've done like 40 of these interviews now, and I'm sure you can hear me say it a handful of times. Like, you can even be lacking in your vocal and like the song per se, but if you got an awesome stage performance, you're up there, giving it your all, and you're not just a fucking stick. Dude, it can compensate where you might fall short or whatever. So,
He's not lying. Take MGK for example. He kind of sucks, but he's got really good stage performance.
No Family of Foxes by Goodwill. I almost bet one he came. I almost pet one. He came right up to me.
Oh, that's
Wow.
awesome. That's awesome. If I'm gonna be specific, I really love, and I'm not saying I didn't want to say this right then because I didn't want it to sound like I was copying you, but the Arctic foxes are just the
Arctic Fox,
gorgeous.
bro. That's what I was thinking when you said it, but my animal is the tiger. But yeah.
Dude, Arctic foxes are just, and I agree with you too. Like the fucking the white tigers and the snow leopards and just that white with the blue eyes is crazy.
Right, right. So cute. Oh, thank you. No. uh, fine. Nobody wants to put a question in the chat. Okay. Speaking of animals, if you could be an animal, what type of animal do you think you would be?
Uh, bro, I'd be a donkey because I'd be kicking the fuck out of people and being an asshole. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's awesome. No, I asked this question for my significant other here because she does digital art and she draws all different types of animals and whatnot, and she'll draw characters and chibis, and she drew like a. I don't know if you know who she is. She's on TikTok. She's pretty famous. Well, kind of internet fame, I guess. She's friends with Sarah Russi, which is Jay's fucking girlfriend. Her name is Carissa Did, and she does like face paint video things or whatever, and she drew her as like a little character or whatever, and she shared it out and whatnot. So at any rate, for ideas and stuff, she'll ask the artist what they want to be as an animal, and maybe she gets bored and decides to draw you as an animal and tag
Hey,
you in it or something.
dope.
Yeah. There you go, Shay, with a question. Who's your favorite wrestler?
Oh wow. Um, See, this one could be broken into different categories, but I'm just gonna hit y'all with the overall answer. I think Kenny Omega is probably one of the greatest wrestlers in modern time. Just out of charisma, endurance, willingness to sacrifice his own body. I put Kenny Omega up there, despite all the bullshit drama that he's involved in right now.
See, and I don't be following wrestling like that. Like I know some WWE stars and some JCW wrestlers, but I don't be following wrestling and stuff like that. I would probably be like, "Oh, the Undertaker," something like that, you know.
It's another
Hit you with
solid
an
answer.
OG.
The greatest. A big guy that could jump from the top rope and land on the announce table was crazy.
Right,
That's
right.
athleticism, man.
All right. What type of music did your parents listen to, and do you think it has any effect on what type of music that you make, or genre, or even the music that you listen to?
Um, my biological father listened to a lot of hip hop and rap, but I wasn't around him a whole lot. Um, but I guess a love for that can just kind of be embedded in your DNA a little bit. As soon as you hear it,
Right.
pick it up, and you're like, oh yeah. Um, but I'm not gonna lie, like when my mom married her ex-husband when I was younger, like he was like abusive and really controlling, so like we could only listen to Elvis Presley.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah, bro, there was like 5 years of my life where that was the only thing I was allowed to listen to in the car. That's all he would play in the house, and like, oh my freaking lord.
Man, like he's got one or two that are I don't know, I guess tolerable. I don't get it. I give him props even though he was a weird dude, but most perverts are good performers. I don't know, but that's just it. Like the dude can dance. He did have, he'd talk about stage performance, boy. I would have liked his stage performance if I grew up in that time, you know what I'm saying? He was all over that motherfucker. So. But no, to listen to it and only him, I don't know about that. Um,
It was the worst time of my life. I had to go to like friends' house on rare occasions just to like to listen to hip hop.
drown yourself in good music.
Fuck
Most
yeah.
perverts are good performers. That's the truth, Bizarre. It's the truth, man. Look at Michael Jackson, Elvis, Prince. You know, everybody has a story. But those motherfuckers could dance and sing. uh, all right. Do you have any siblings, and do they support your music?
Uh, I have I have a wide range of siblings. So like, um, my biological dad, obviously, like I've mentioned, he's not a great father. But he recently left my stepmother, and she connected really hard with me. And like I've always had a really good relationship with her kids, which would have been my step siblings. So I have an older stepsister, and I have a stepbrother that's right below me. I'm still gonna claim them as family, even though they're not together. Like that's just how it
Yeah,
goes.
man.
Um,
You think Jugs are related to every Juggalo, and we're family?
facts, facts. Uh, and then I have those two. I wouldn't say my stepbrother's really supportive. Like he'll be like, "Yeah, that was dope, man," but he don't go to like share it or anything like that. My stepsister don't really share anything either. She just kind of like she'll be like, "Yeah, I'll take a shirt. Yeah, I'll get the CD." She helps out like that. Um, and then I have my brother right underneath me. He's my half brother. Not so much. Like he says he does, but then never actually does. And then the brother underneath that is extremely supportive. Very, very supportive of the music. Always willing to go to shows with me. Always sharing things online. Always on the lives, watching. Showing out. Um, and then the brother after him, unfortunately, passed away at 8 months and 10 days. And then I have another brother after that, half brother. And he's really supportive, really looks up to it. He's learning how to drum. He wants to do live drums for me.
There you
Once
go.
and he's good. Like you can tell music's in his blood because he's just right out the gate good. He ain't even a teenager yet.
Right, right. And I'm sorry about your loss with the other brother.
I
That's rough.
appreciate that. It was all the way back in 2011. I'm not gonna lie, guys. Hold on to your siblings, because like losing a sibling is worse than losing a parent, and that's coming from somebody who really has lost a lot of connections with a lot of family members, including parents. Um, I talked to
I
my mom,
absolutely
but not my dad.
right. Well, not recently now. It's can't believe it. It's been like 7 years now. I lost my brother, and like we were close, but not close. And even that, I can relate when it's really hard. So
Yeah, even
I
if you're
just
like you feel like
concede what
somebody
you.
just left.
Yeah, I keep some of his ashes, so I guess that's my bit of closure, whatever. But yeah. Uh, at any rate, let's move on. Uh, if you met the younger version of yourself, say 12 or 13 years old, what would you tell yourself, if anything?
First off, I'm gonna walk right up and I'm gonna deck myself in the face because I know I'm doing something stupid. Uh, and as the younger me is sitting there grabbing a hold of his face, wondering what the fuck just happened, I'm
Right.
gonna look him dead in the face. I'm gonna be like, "Don't quit, motherfucker. It don't matter how good her pussy is. Don't quit, motherfucker."
Ah, man, I heard that. I heard that. Yeah. Some people get up here and they say, I want to tell myself nothing. And to the whole, like, well, then it might change, where you are today. And sure, I can understand that concept. But really, I mean, there's a lot of stuff I wish I could have told myself. And again, would it have changed who I was today? Maybe, maybe not. But I could only hope that it would have been like for the better. At least just gave myself a little pep talk, like you're gonna be all right. That time that's gonna come that you're gonna get through that, and maybe some shit like that or another. Uh, do you think the skill came natural, or did you have to learn and practice? Like some people are born with a given talent. Other people wake up and say, I want to do that same thing, and they go to school or what have you, and practice and study whatever, and then they're equally as good and competitive. Do you think you were just born to be able to do it, or it really, all in all, has been like a learning and growing, like, and it's not to say even if you naturally have a skill you should still be honing in and crafting and practicing, trying to better yourself, but some things are just come natural, and some people kind of struggle with every part, rather it's your cadences or writing lyrics down or whatever the case may be.
Um, I've always been a really good writer. Uh, Writing for me started in grade school when I was selling handmade comic books. um,
Hell yeah.
so, which I definitely want to dabble in the comic thing again eventually, and make it look a little bit more professional. Because I think I had some pretty good stuff back in the day, even. Uh, but it's all been learning. Like I think even somebody that just randomly creates one of the dopest songs ever says, "Oh yeah, I've never practiced." Bullshit.
Bro, you're
Bull.
lying.
Dude, you spent so long as a closeted artist practicing and practicing because you were scared that people were gonna boo you because you weren't perfect. When
Right.
in all reality, I've learned that people would rather hear the growth over years of dropping music than for you to only have two or three songs out over
Right, like
a
one
5 year.
hit wonder. Yeah, yeah, no, absolutely. I think it does good, yeah, to see you improve or whatever. I mean, obviously, don't. I think there's also a point if you're still where you are, like today, or if you are where you was 5 years ago today, and there ain't no growth. Man, it might not be the course for you, but I never want to see nobody give up on like their dream or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like you should
And
want
this
to
is
improve and
where like I wanna definitely like jam a fact in here. Like you have to have a natural drive to want to do this. Like you can't just learn how to really desire to want this. And I think that's what
right,
people.
right. You can't fake an emotional connection. I mean, I sure can't, because there's gonna be no point. I'm like, why am I doing this? Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I see so many artists getting pissed off because you guys don't support me enough. Why ain't I gaining supporters? I deserve it. Like, bro, if you have that mindset, tap the fuck out. Go home.
Right.
Because you have
You're not entitled to fans. You're entitled to an opportunity at a chance, I like to say. From what happens from that point is on you and what we hear as the, consumer of it. But yeah. Naomi! What up, whoop whoop?
how's it going?
But yeah, absolutely, you're correct. You do see a lot of it, and people like I I'm not an artist. I don't make music, but I am a digital creator. So I do create videos and
You
content
know,
and share links,
I
and
got
it's the same thing though. Like I can become annoying if it's not something that somebody wants. You know what I'm saying? If I'm just like, here's my link, check this video. I got to There's got to be something there. In the description, I really got to think about what I put with a title, and really, you really got to think stuff out. But if I just make a video, this is fish. Okay, that's the title. This is fish, and it's a fish. And then I say, just that's the stupidest example, but I'm saying like, and then I'm like, here, watch this, watch this, watch this. Here's my link. Will you watch my video? Well, it doesn't matter if it's even short. Like, why? People don't want to waste their time. You can never get time back. Time is the one thing you can never get back ever. Rather a second, a minute. You can't make time back up. You lost that actual time inevitably. So, like, why does somebody want to listen to your music? Why does somebody want to watch your video? So yeah, absolutely. I kind of got off on a rambling tangent there. I don't even know what the heck I was even on with that.
Flickered it.
Yeah, brainworm. I don't know. But yeah. So we were talking. You said pretty much it comes natural for you. Uh, Next question. And by the way, we have made it to an hour and 1 minute. I do want to say thank you. I got just like two regular, straightforward questions. If you guys in the chat would like to ask a couple questions, please do. But my point is, we're about to my little game questions, the either ors, and those actually go pretty quick. And then we got like another random question, and three fill in the blanks. So everybody that's been kicking it with us, I just want to give you guys that time frame. You as well. I hope you're still doing good on time. I hope I'm not taking too much of your time. I appreciate everybody's time. As I said, you never can get time back. Time once is gone, and I appreciate your guys' time. Thank you.
Absolutely. I appreciate y'all spending some time with us and kicking it too.
Um, The next one is kind of like a 2, 3 twisted part question, so just bear with it. Well, your name is your name, so yours is probably the easiest one on that one. At any rate, I'm still just gonna read the damn question. Who or what inspired slash came up with your name, stage name, and or logo? So then, do you have a logo, in fact, that is identifiably you, whether it's on a hat, a shirt, whatever, that's Zach Tyrr. Yeah, okay. Yeah, right there on his hat. That's beautiful, by the way.
Appreciate
So with that said, I mean, how how did you? You came up with your name because it's your name, right? That's your stage name, right? Like that's your real name, or how
So
did you?
I'm obsessed with learning about old religions, and I really love who Tyr is as a god, justice and war, and yeah. Like I'm always ready to battle, but I never go to battle unless there's a justified reason. So I'm always down for making sure that justice is correct and making sure that nobody's trying to trample the kingdom that I'm working on.
Okay. So took is you said your last name then isn't here, that is in fact taken from something else, right? What you just said.
Uh,
And then sorry, I was just looking at that comment.
you're
And
good.
then your logo, you created that yourself? What is it? What's it about? Is that just how did you come up with the idea? Or did somebody else? Did you outsource for the idea?
No, I came up with it. I got a lot of monsters, and I feel like I'm bipolar, so I feel emotions really, 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 really strongly. Um, so it's a good way to get that release. It's it's a great outlet for emotional coping, and that's where the love for stepping into the horrorcore side of things and getting to let off a little bit of the high end aggression that I feel from time to time, because unfortunately, like I said, I am bipolar, and some of that stuff is just uncontrollable. Like, I don't act upon it anymore. I was really bad about it in the past, um, but I definitely don't act on the bipolar intrusive thoughts and all that kind of crazy bullshit. Um, I found really good coping skills, and I feel like I got bad because I stepped away from music. And since coming back to music, I feel like it's gotten a lot better.
Absolutely. So it pretty much is just something that you thought up, like that design on your head, your logo or whatever.
Yeah,
That's pretty much like a reflection of your demon.
yeah.
Okay, no, yeah, that's dope.
Uh,
I'm just picking, man. I'm picking,
oh no, you're
trying to
good.
pick your
You're
brain.
good.
Right,
Uh, the spray painting, the spray painting style, if you can see that. That was
right.
while I was gone from making music, I was traveling around playing Magic at like Indianapolis at big tournaments with Star City games and stuff like that. Um, and I had a buddy that I played Magic with that liked to paint trains, and I was his lookout. So like I would try to stop, and I would keep post and lookout, and he would go do his spray painting, and uh, then I'd hop down, go check it out. We'd take off. So that's kind of like homage to like what I was doing when I wasn't with music, the whole spray painting thing.
You should make awesome stickers or vehicles like that. You mean it probably says four vehicles, and I'm not seeing it. Do you have stickers and decals?
I do not yet, but I do plan to have stickers and decals made. It's a slow process. So right now I've got shirts on my website, I've got hoodies on my website, and you can order a hat just like this off of the website, and that's just zactyr.com. You ain't got to worry about that fancy little Y. All you have to do is just zactyrr.com. And there's tons of music you can download. There's merch. There's exclusive tracks that you can't find on Spotify or Apple Music.
You need to get some beanies, dude. I'm a beanie dude, and with the dreads, hats are real tight on your head, so like it's a whole different thing.
I'm
Comfort, anyhow.
I'm going to, you know what? Just because of you, tomorrow I'm gonna research where to get beanies at, because the girl that's local that makes these said she can't do beanies, so I have to outsource beanies.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Well, I can talk to you off screen or whatever. I don't know if you use the site or whatever. I have a site that I make these or get beanies through, but I don't know how you would apply it to your website and all that extra stuff. But I'll shoot you some ideas anyhow. But I'm just saying I'm a beanie connoisseur, and I know people even without dreads. You know, it's just for me, it's
Oh,
an added thing or whatever.
yeah.
Beanies are the thing. And is that
Beanies-
hat? See, that's a snapback. So that would actually be all right. I like flex fit, but flex fit are even snug now. So snapbacks, like the way I have to start thinking about when it comes to hats, or like a bigger size or whatever than normal. So yeah, but hell yeah. What is your favorite movie, man?
Oh man, this one's gonna shock people. Nobody's gonna know what the fuck I'm talking about. Cool Hand Luke.
You got me. Cool Hand Lou.
Now what we've got here is failure to communicate.
Wait. I feel like I know the line, man. I know that line.
It was used in, I believe, Major Pain, but it's
Oh,
originally
okay.
it's originally from Cool Hand Luke. Um, well, if that's how he wants it, then that's how he gets it. It's about a dude that no matter what happened to him, he had a smile on his face. He got his ass whooped, smiled while he laid there beaten up. He got dared to eat 100 hard-boiled eggs, and he did it. Yeah, it's in a Guns N' Roses song at the beginning of the Civil War. They used it as a skit, but the main sheriff with the no, not the guy with the sunglasses, but the guy over all of it.
She said, "Yeah, Civil War was the
Yep,
song."
yep.
Honestly, I
Uh,
think he's right though. Major Pain, the reference is where it popped into my head. Now that he's saying it, I don't know the movie you're talking about though, bro. Really?
oh, it's a really good movie. It's got Paul Newman in it. I really think you should give it a watch because it teaches several life lessons within it. Just give it a watch. It's worth it.
I'll check it out. My go-to is Blow with Johnny Depp. If I'm
Oh,
put on the
that's
spot,
another solid one.
yeah, that's my movie. I got it right here. Like that's the shit. Uh, when you're not making music, man, what are you listening to?
Uh, Cartoon Bondurant, FJ Outlaw, Holden, Swanger, Lil Nate, Stacks, um, Falling in Reverse, Asking Alexandria, Linkin Park, old and new. I like the new Linkin Park. Um, I
What would
listen to
you consider your like Zen music? Like you're just trying to chill out and really like I don't know, lo-fi, just
Mac.
chill. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like weird music, bro. When I'm getting all funky and different, I like well, reggae ain't weird. It's just different from my norm in the sense of like if you really study reggae, they actually have a Christian side to them, and I'm not a Christian by no means, but I love the I don't know the spirituality feeling within the music and the vibing with nature and whatever the hippie side of it. But then like I like that Viking music and like
North.
Indian music and yeah, stuff like weird stuff too. Like if I can like I don't know if I can like catch a groove or a beat or a vibe, I ain't even necessarily gotta like know the words obviously or whatever. I can rock with it, but it's gotta be real good for me not to like the words too. You know what I'm saying? Like I really
Yeah.
gotta be feeling the song too. But yeah, I get in these funks, and that's my like me trying to break out of my norm or whatever.
Like, the only time I listen to this type of music is when I'm like an eighth deep into some shrooms and I'm still going.
Nah, yeah.
Is if you look up Native American EDM, oh my fucking lord, that shit is so beautiful. Like it's beautiful
uh,
without the shrooms, but you do some shrooms and you sit down and you just let this music vibe, you definitely feel the vibrations. And I'm not talking about vibrations of music, but like I feel like it intunes you with earth when that shit's going on.
just go sit out in some woods with you and Aces rooms and connect with Mother Nature. It's so beautiful.
I need to
uh,
too, man.
all right. So we done that, done that. Yep. I don't know if anybody in the chat want to throw some questions in there. I've been asking all night, but I'm gonna start these game questions with him. Y'all still got a chance to get a random question out there asked by this man,
Whatever
but
you the book
this
layeth
is
open, my friend.
this is gonna be either or. So you're gonna pick one or the other or neither, which that's no fun. So try to play along. Um, the first one is Twix or Reese's.
Reese's.
All right. Summer or winter?
Summer.
Day or night?
Night.
Yeah, I ain't no morning person, so I definitely am a day person. Uh, Truck or car?
Car.
All right. Um, any particular reason why you said car?
Uh, I'm just I'm not a big fan of trucks.
All
I'm
right.
not sure why. I'm cool with a Toyota Camry. Like I don't need nothing special. Like
Nah, that's cool. I just
and I don't want
music
people.
equipment. You're trying to shove it all in a little car or something. No.
That's what we're getting a van for.
Oh, okay. I got you. I got you.
Get an old
No.
minivan and convert it.
Yep. I always say a truck because you can always earn $1 with a truck. Even though people are like, oh, but the gas prices, but you still can always earn $1. You got to compensate for that gas, but
Yeah,
like, yeah.
I just don't want people asking me to help move.
Yeah, yeah, that too. You're not obligated. No, I learned that too. No, fuck you. Where was you when I was carrying my shit 3 blocks down Broadway? No.
Exactly.
So, yeah. Okay. You're taking your sweetheart out on a date. Are you going roller skating or the movie night?
Roller skating.
Ooh, all right. He said I'm making moves.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna do it
I,
360 and land on my ass.
really, bro, I want to go rollerblading again. Like, I want to get some blades, even just freestyling, like in the summer around town or something. Like, I miss roller skating.
I used to
Uh,
freestyle skate through town on a board. I wasn't ever good at any tricks or anything, but like I'd like ride across town on the board to Sonic, grab a Route 44 ocean water, and then skate back, drop the soda halfway through the ride, be pissed off the rest of the way, you know?
this Bush said, I drive a truck. Mine won't fit in some parking garages in Nashville.
And there's nothing wrong with the woman that loves a truck. Like it happens this way. Like
Right.
we all got preferences here. Like if I'm gonna drive a truck, it better be a monster truck. Get out my way, bitch.
I mean,
Gravedigger.
I'm running you over. uh, Pizza or pasta?
Pizza.
All right, all right, all right. The next two, it's technically one, but whatever. Is more aimed towards your fans, so they can be finding you. Which are you more active on, Facebook or Instagram?
Facebook.
And then TikTok or X?
Definitely TikTok.
All right. Sadly, I think we're about to lose TikTok, so you better start getting more active on X.
Yeah.
Um, they said something about it might have actually went through and like on the 19th or something. Like I don't know if there's more debating or if on the 19th we're just gonna go to log into TikTok and it's not gonna be there no more. So I've
Like,
been all over different platforms and stuff, like trying to find new ones, different ones, and
I think
all
that's
kinds
why
of
they
stuff.
invested so hard into Lemonade. So I
But
think
what? Listen to me. Why would it's the same people that ran TikTok? Why would Lemonade be okay and TikTok's not?
so. Here's the thing: the ban is for TikTok, not for Lemonade. So if TikTok ban goes through, they literally just take this same exact template, throw it onto Lemonade, and now the app is called Lemonade, and it's exactly what TikTok was before. And now they have to push for another ban on Lemonade. And then by the time that comes around, they've already got another app with another template ready to go, and they're like, "Come at us, bitch."
So then, do you get your same profile?
I believe you get all of the same followers. I feel like I've seen that several times where it like integrates all of the followers that you already have on TikTok immediately onto your Lemonade.
Man, I just don't want to download it, and then maybe they don't, or like it's just taking up
Here's
space
the
on my
thing: download
phone.
it.
And
Here's the thing: download it, connect it, and if the ban goes through, you already know that you have it set up. If it doesn't, now you don't really have to mess with it.
yeah,
Just
yeah.
connect it, leave it alone, and let it sit just in case it does happen. And then if I am right, you're already prepared. You're ahead of the
But then
crowd.
you gotta re-upload all your fucking videos, and man, I guess it's a fresh start if anything. But I just had some videos, boy, popping off, like getting views, like ones at like 8,000 views, and crazy. I'm gonna have to
That is
start all
crazy.
over. Yeah, fucking lemonade, TikTok. Fuck the government. Anywho,
Fuck
uh.
it.
Pepsi or Coca-Cola?
Coca-Cola.
And if it has to be a Fago, what type
Candy
of
apple.
Fago? Oh, all right. I like that as a treat, not like every day. My go-to is firework.
I don't drink Fago very often, so it always is a treat for me. I probably drink like one or two a month. Other than that, I mainly drink sweet tea and then some energy drinks.
Oh yeah, I'm addicted to Monster. It's addicted to me something. Um, pie or cake?
I'm gonna go with pie. It always goes much better with ice cream than cake does.
All right. Yeah, cake be dry sometimes. Like there's sometimes cake is good, but usually something's
Ice
up with the cake.
cream.
The icing's too rich or not sweet enough. The bread's dry or funky. Or,
This guy's
yeah.
gets every time.
Um. All right. You don't have a choice. You either have to make a 3 mile walk in the rain, or you have to make a 5 mile walk in the desert, provided water and a few shade spots.
I'm walking
Three
in the rain.
miles and he said, I'm walking in the rain. Let me just get that out the way. I ain't taking 5 miles in the desert.
Hell no. I'd die before I
uh,
hit the first shade spot.
you're provided some water. You ain't gonna die.
I
Well, you
jumped in
might faint.
the start of the trek.
Yeah. All right.
Order.
Did you order the pizza? Mexican or Chinese?
Chinese, man.
Ooh. But if it had to be Mexican, is it gonna be tacos or burritos?
Tacos. Because I'm going to get
Um,
street tacos with the cilantro and
yeah, okay. Um, okay, surfing or skateboarding?
believe it or not, I used to go to the ocean for like a week every year. Um, I'm gonna say surfing, just because I really like the boogie boarding and then the whatever you call the surfing that you do on the shore where you just run and like you surf the shoreline or whatever. Um,
Right.
I think it's called like wakeboarding or I don't know.
Wakeboarding, yeah.
Um, that was always pretty fun. I could always do that. Surfing just man, there's not a better feeling than being in the ocean.
There's not a better feeling than thinking about a shark coming and biting you.
Bro, I swam with baby sharks and jellyfish
Well,
and
yeah, little lemon sharks and nerf sharks or whatever. It's about cool, but out there where you gotta surf, it ain't little bitty sharks potentially.
just punch it in the
uh,
nose, man.
yeah, Jaws come grabbing me. I'm gonna punch him in the nose. I still lost my fucking leg, and it pisses me off when people are like, "Shark infested water." No, that's their home. It's not infested. Nothing. It's human infested. They're saying, "Get
It's
the fuck out, bro."
worst infection to happen to this planet.
Like crazy to me. Like I respectfully don't want to serve for that reason, but nah, that's cool. And we'll get back to that because I have another question that leads to that. So I skateboarded a little bit back in the day, as you said, like freestyled around, but I could never do tricks, and I could like drop in a half pipe, but that was about it or whatever. All right, man. You were given $5,000 cash, but you have to pick one store and you have to spend it immediately. Where are you going?
Oh man. I'm probably gonna go to, and I want to say Sweetwater, but I don't know if they have an actual storefront because I would rather shop with Sweetwater than everybody else. Uh, I believe they're just an online store, but they might have an actual storefront. And if that's the case, I'm gonna travel all the way to it and shop directly with them for some music equipment. If they don't, then I'm gonna have to pick Guitar Center.
Okay, bet.
Just
I think
and
I've heard the name.
upgrades work so well. Dude, Sweetwater's the best place to order music equipment from ever. Ever. And Nate says they do, so we good. We go into Sweetwater. Dude, I bought from them 10 years ago, and I still get calls, and they remember my family members' names that lived with me at the time and ask
No
how they're
shit.
like greatest customer service of all time, some of the best prices of all time, sweetwater.com. I'm not even affiliated, guys. Go to them.
Bro, that's beautiful. Yeah, I've had artists come up here to even say with 5 stacks, I'll go to Walmart and get some kind of basic setup or equipment or mic or something or whatever, and like, basic setup. Usually most people say some kind of a store, like local to them or whatever, but it's cool that you pinpoint and give shout outs to a store, whatever. I've definitely heard the name. I'm not an artist, so I'm not 100% familiar with them, but I've heard of the name, so that's really cool.
They have really good
Um,
streaming equipment too, man.
yeah. See, I need to
Yeah,
give me a good little podcast setup. That's what I mean. I'm rocking my phone, and I need to give me like a laptop and then a good little mic or something or another. So yeah.
hit them up. Start looking.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Uh, all right, so I have three fill in the blank questions for you, and that'll be a wrap unless y'all want to throw some random questions in the chat for this man. We have been live an hour and a half. It has not been a lack of a stream. It has been a good stream. I have
Whoa.
enjoyed myself, and again, I appreciate you taking the time out of your night to come hang out with me.
Hi guys.
Um, My first question, my first fill in the blank question is my favorite vacation was blank.
Gulf Shores, Alabama.
And why is that?
Getting to swim with the sharks and the jellyfish, and I went all the way out to the sandbar, which, if you know, that's literally the most heavy shark populated area that is close to the shore. Is usually the sandbank where you find the sand dollars and all that crap. Um,
Right.
it was just it's one of the greatest experiences. Like I could have died like at any
Yeah,
moment.
all them sharks. Crazy ass.
Which I was a kid when I swam out there with another kid. I didn't even have an adult with me. Like we took off from our parents that we were with. Just
You
fucking
both are like two little chicken nuggets just floating out there for a damn shark to just get a little bite, a little snacky snack.
didn't even think we were chicken nuggets, bro. We were popcorn chicken.
A little. Yeah. That's crazy though. That's cool. I bet that's an adrenaline rush.
It was, especially when we got back and they were like, "That's where the sharks are." We were like, "Oh shit, really? What?"
We just want to get out here.
That's what
Yeah,
touched
no.
us. Fuck.
Yeah, I thought it was him. Yeah, that's fucked up. That's cool though. Heck yeah. Uh, all right. The bicycle I had most as a kid was blank.
The bicycle I had most as a kid.
Yeah, like What was the most common bike that you recall having as a kid? For
A
me, it was a
bike,
Next or a Mongoose. A
a,
what?
a Yamaha dirt bike.
Oh, yeah, I didn't have one of those.
So I, I grew up getting to race a little bit on the dirt bike. I got to go to a lot of freestyle events. I got to meet Travis Pastrana, one of the greatest motorcycle riders of all time. He's done a lot of crazy stunts. He was a part of Nitro Circus. Uh,
That's cool that you said that because I skipped a question and it's literally, have you met anyone famous to you? That's somebody
Travis
famous.
Pastrana, Ted DiBiase, the Million Dollar Man, Ted DiBiase. There's a picture of Hulk Hogan with me when I was little, holding my bumper, like my pumpkin seat or whatever. Like I look like a fucking ant compared to that man. uh,
Right.
I've gotten to meet
I don't know how
Mark.
I skipped that. We were just going. We were on a
I got to
roll.
Dick Pat. I got to show him my music. That was really cool. Like he said I was dope. We shook hands, and then he turned around and walked away. Didn't really say too much other than, "Hey, that was dope, man." Like I get it. You busy?
Right, big ups. See ya. Peace. You want a feature? No. No.
Please.
No, that's cool. Yeah, I'm sorry I forgot that question.
Oh, you
Uh,
good?
that's so you didn't really have a bicycle that you rode around. You were just riding actual dirt bikes and shit, huh? All
Yeah.
right, well, I'll just be over here in the corner with my little mongoose and next bicycle. Jeez, fancy pants.
The closest
Um,
to a regular bicycle that I had was we bought a bike from Walmart, took the tires off, put pool noodles around the hard parts, taped it all up, and we turned it into a trampoline bike. And you would like bounce on the trampoline and then flip it, spin it, do tricks, and fucking land back on it. Yeah,
cause
bro.
that makes sense. Yeah, that's fucking dope though. It's stupid as shit, dumb, but
Yeah.
wow, that's a
My
new
grandpa
one.
made it for me when I was 4.
Well, all right. I would never, if I clip anything from this video, it's gonna be that. Wow, this man never had a bicycle to ride, but then the one thing he recalls about a bike, they made some death freaking toy for a trampoline.
I never got
The
hurt.
end. That's a wrap, folks. Wiggles out. Man, so crazy. All right. Well, you said you've been to the beach a lot, so the best part about the beach is blank. And that's freshwater or saltwater, mind you.
I don't think there's anything good about a freshwater beach. Uh, just because the ones in my local area are infested with like bugs and it's just absolutely atrocious to try to even handle being out there. Uh, the best thing about the beach is the sound of the ocean, man. Just that constant like whoosh.
Crashing of the waves.
Yeah, it's
Yeah. But
when you
you
have
can
a
get
baby,
that from
when you have a
freshwater. Maybe
baby
not the same.
and you do that whole thing, like the ocean is just a constant huge whoosh that like ultimately does soothe your body and mind.
I
Like,
I agree. That's me. Most people like, oh, women, or for men, women in bikinis. Yeah, sights the sights, but you can see that anywhere. It's the 20th century or 21st century. For me, it's that realization that there's something bigger than you out there, just letting loose. Like you can't beat Mother Nature ever. Ever will you be bigger than Mother Nature? And it's that like grounding or whatever of
yes,
putting your toes in the sand in the water and like It's something about it, man. So I've never been to the ocean, and I've at least gotten that from being by big lakes. You know what I'm saying? Big, not so nasty as you described bodies of fresh water, and that's rivers too, or whatever. You know, so yeah.
30 minutes away from me, we have a huge lake that's man-made. It has a beach. Come to find out, they put it on an Indian burial ground.
Oh yeah.
So, like from time to time, there's been bones pop up, and
Ah!
all kinds of stuff. And like this lake is completely infested with random ass whirlpools that pop up. And like I was out kayaking one time and got stuck in one,
Bro,
and it was
that's scary right there. That's
yeah,
some
it
weird
wasn't
shit.
strong enough to pull me down, but it was strong enough I couldn't get out of it. So I was stuck there doing circles the whole.
Whee!
I'm
Plateau.
scared as
Oh.
hell, and it finally ends. And like I'm like, oh my god, I can't move. Oh, fuck.
Crazy. Crazy.
So I
No,
got bad experience with local freshwater lakes.
yeah, no, I get it. Let's see. In Illinois, have you ever been to Carlisle Lake?
That's the one I'm talking about.
Yeah, I didn't know it was on an Indian burial ground. I used to
Yes,
go
it
there a
is.
lot as a kid, boy. No wonder I'm weird.
Hey, I saw
Yeah.
it a lot as a kid too, but as an adult, I'm like, nope, I can't see through the water at all.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's ironic. That's what I mean. I'm originally from Illinois. I've only lived in Indiana for I don't know, going on 10 years now or something. So
The
yeah.
girl that makes
Um,
my merch is actually from Carlisle.
no shit.
Yeah,
That's crazy. That is
I'm only
very
been
crazy.
only about 20 minutes out, 25 minutes maybe.
Listen, man, you told us that you listened to a little bit of ICP here and there back in the day. Do you have a favorite ICP song before we get out of here?
Oh, what is a juggalo? Because still to this day, it just does something to my brain. I just the way they flow on it and like the absolute weirdness and unstructured vibe about it is just I don't know. It's always stuck in my brain. My ADHD chose it as a really good stimming song way back when I was younger. And I've just every once in a while when I need to get put into a really good mood, I'll blare that one.
It is a good one. If you don't already know, "Fuck the World" kind of has that same effect.
Does it? I'm
That's
gonna have to look that one up. There's another one that I used to listen to. And I'm
uh,
having trouble
it's just
remembering.
real. It's real snappy and weird lyrically, and but it's
So
fun.
I also really liked Boogie Woogie Woo.
That's my shit. That's my all time favorite like ICP song, or at least one of. I've been saying it for like as long as I can remember, so it's definitely number one. There might be something neck and neck with it at number two, but it's hard because I really love a lot of ICP. But Boogie Woogie Woo's that shit. Look at the end though. Brandon Swanger came in to show his dick. Show us
What's
your
up,
butthole.
Swanger? Uh, yeah, like Boogie Woogie Woo, and then that one that was like the talk show or like
The
the game.
netting game, the game show.
Yeah,
No, no. Yeah, no, Fuck the World has that same kind of snappy, just like that what is a juggalo kind of I don't know. And how many times? I don't know. That might be my how many times in Boogie Boogie Boo. Those are probably like my number one and number two song, and depending on the day, one might be above the other. That's the jams. But yeah, definitely look up "Fuck the World."
yeah. I'm looking that up now, and I'm gonna jam it as soon as.
Don't do it on the stream though. That will get copyright
Oh yeah,
strike.
no,
But
I'm not.
definitely do it after.
I just wanted to look it up and get my mouse over it.
Yeah. But at any rate, man, this is your shot. Any last minute shout outs that you would like to get out there, promote whatever, anything that you may want to say or whatever.
Well,
Little
first,
and
I want to start with a shout out to you. Thank you for having me on your show. It's an honor, man. Like everybody I've talked to talks about you in high regard, and to me that means more than anything. When it comes to messing with people that I don't really know, because you were a new face for me. Um,
absolutely.
but like with how everybody talks about you, you're instantly good with me. I want to give a shout out to Swanger for sure. Everybody at Reality Check, Nate, Holden, Stacks, our newest member Shae. Huge shout out to him. Just recorded his first song in a studio today.
I
I
ain't
want
hear it yet. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. She ain't doing no music. That dude ain't doing shit. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt your shout
no,
outs.
you're good,
Continue.
bro. So good. I hope he sends it to you because it's it's one of the best first songs I've ever heard. You know what I mean? Like it's his first time stepping into a studio, building it by the stems. He's used to rapping over the open verses, getting it all done in one take. So he got a taste of actually having to break everything down, which was a whole new ball game for him. And he did perfectly fine walking into the studio. And
God, I'm so excited, man. I fucking
hey, I
hate you,
am too.
Shay.
I am
You
too.
suck. You ain't do no music. You ain't record no song, homie. Ah, that's my boy.
My last shout out is a group. So I'm gonna shout out the group name and then I'm gonna explain who's a part of that group. They've done a lot in helping me make connections and pushing me to go do shows. There are a couple of guys from Centralia, Illinois themselves. They go by Brotherhood X when they're together. But apart from that, they go by Otice and Chuck J. Um, they've been doing this a long time. When I first started, they were people that I looked up to in the local area. I wanted to be like them when I first started. So to be able to work this close with these guys as they make their return to music, and we try to, give it that last hurrah, see if we can make it work. Which we all are making it work this time around. Brotherhood X have done a lot. Everybody at Reality Check has done a lot. Uh, Hip hop and rap underground scene wouldn't be what it is without. Yes, shae is officially RCM. Um, Hip hop and underground terms would not be what it is without people like you willing to come here and interview us artists and create a platform of supporters that are willing to and down to support people that you're willing to throw support at. And you know, um, what you're doing is an amazing thing, man. And I'd like to say it's probably the best interview that I've had a chance to be a part of. You were so organized, um, and that right there just shows professionalism, and that's what reality check music tries to stand on is professionalism.
It's weird to forgive me. It's weird for me to hear it. I appreciate everything you just said about me. It's just weird to hear that people, when you say people, have said, because I'm, I don't know. I guess I'm not good with compliments, and I don't try to be anything. Not that I don't know. Not that anybody tries. You know what I'm saying? But like I just enjoy. I enjoy, for one, my culture. I enjoy being a juggalo, firstly and foremost. And I get, like I said earlier, I gatekeeped my own music for like 20 years. You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't mainstream music, so if it wasn't playing on the radio or on MTV, or ICP wasn't saying, "Hey, check out this artist. Here's this new artist on Psychopathic." I wasn't listening. I didn't even listen to the underground, bro. Even though ICP themselves were underground, they were my everything. So outside of them, like underground really wasn't like. Again, if ICP didn't bring them up, then I didn't care, and that wasn't fair to me, let alone other, potential artists, and like I missed out on probably some good music or whatever. And getting there's nothing better than being able to like become a fan of somebody and like growing with them, and in the sense of like you get to go from their beginning and now here we are 12 albums later and you were there with them throughout that whole experience, the dropping, the build up, enjoying the songs and waiting, anticipating that next album and supporting. Like there's nothing like that feeling. That's like I have it for Ouija Mac and ICP. Like that's my peeps, and so like I that's kind of why I do it. That's my reasoning behind it. You know what I'm saying? And I just was fortunate enough being a juggalo, going to the gather, and I was already kind of connected with a few people, Mr. King Wicked, Cartoon Bondurant, and I eventually met, Brandon through Shae. But like I knew some artists already, and I already had my Juggalo channel. You know what I'm saying? Kind of in the works. I done my little Juggalo art, and then just regular fan videos and concert videos. And I'm like, you know what? I bet I could probably do this. Why don't I try interviewing an artist? And at first it was just like let's kind of see how it goes. And I didn't think I would be sitting here with you as like artist number 41, you know what I'm saying? Like so
Yes.
when you say people actually speak of me on what I've done, to me I say what have I done? And it's not to take away from it, but no, thank you very much. I absolutely appreciate that.
You
And
deserve all the props in the world, my guy.
and all the people that have said the good stuff about me, I love you guys. I appreciate it. Dude, thank you very much. I appreciate you giving me almost 2 hours of your time, and everybody who's hung out with us through the stream. I love you guys so much. I like to end my streams the same way by telling everybody to tell somebody you love them. Life is too short, and you don't know who needs to hear that shit. You literally might be able to save somebody's life, direct them in a positive way or a different route than the path that they was headed at that very mindset and stage in their life. Just grab them up and say, hey, it's gonna be okay. So yeah, and just it doesn't cost nothing to be a decent person. So you know yeah, that's about it. I love you guys. Whoop whoop. And until next time, we are out.
Peace out.
Oh.